Hi there. I'm that guy you know as Spike Viper. You know, we some of you have been around for a while, probably since you were like 10 and now you're 18 and you're wondering where everything went wrong and why I don't make City Skylines content anymore. The answer to that is the algorithm, but you may be going, Spike, why don't you make as many videos anymore? Um, Three answers. A, I got a job. B, I got a fiance, soon to be wife. And C, I started embarking on a project that would take up a lot of time, which is Valor, which you can see here now. A lot of you know what happened with Discord. I don't want to make this a rant about Discord video. This is a what is Valor video, but it's important that you know the history in order to recognize why this project started. We had a situation with an individual who was, in our opinion, um, stalking someone who was young on our Discord server, and we did, in fact, file a police report. Um, in the process of doing that, I was a Discord partner and I was in contact with the Discord head of trust and safety at that time. His name was like Talon, because I was a part of the partner Discord server. We reported that this was happening. We were told we couldn't get any special, privileges or anything. The person who was attacking our server actually falsely reported a bunch of my admins, so we were getting disabled. Discord still refused to step in, and then instead of working with us in an investigation and actually assisting us with our problem, they deleted our entire community. They didn't give us a legitimate reason for this or any specifics, but from everything it would seem, they considered it easier to delete us than to address the problem. Very frustrating. We had over 10,000 people in the Discord server. It was a good time. We had a custom programmed economy, a website, and a lot of you probably remember the virtual stock market I made. At the time, I was programming, but I wasn't quite a professional at it. It was more of a fun thing, and those systems that I made then, the economy, the stock market, all of that would inspire Valor. Now, Valor wasn't made exactly in response to this. Valor may have actually been a part of the thing that got us banned. As this situation was playing out, we went ahead and we began working on Valor. We immediately recognized that with our mods and our admins being disabled, that Discord may permanently disable one of us and that we may have to jump ship. However, we never expected the entire community would be deleted and my account permanently, banned. So that was a shocker, and that really kickstarted development. And if we actually look at the history of Valor, you can identify exactly where that happened, which is kind of neat. I don't know if our insights are public, but I'm fine with leaking them for you guys. As you can see right here, yeah, I believe this is when it happened. It was right before my birthday, a couple of days before my birthday, that they deleted the community, which would be like here, yeah, January, middle of January-ish. Bad time all around, and we basically came to the conclusion that we gotta rebuild. And that's how Valor really took off. It was out of necessity. I didn't want to work on a platform. I didn't want to build infrastructure and custom code and bots for a platform that treated us in such a way. And that's really where it kick-started. Back then, Valor didn't look very good. It was definitely not as mature as it is now. I have some pictures on this wiki of what it looked like way back then. It was very, very rough. There were a few things that were really clear, even at this point, which was we were interested in having, we didn't want it to be a Discord clone, so I kind of, anytime even this got thrown away because I thought it looked too much like Discord, Anytime we would have suggestions that were just like Discord, I'd be like, no, we can't do that. I want to think of new and better ways to do things. One of the things was the multi-window system. Shown here, you know, you could have multiple chats open at the same time. The channel list we completely redesigned to be unique as well, but that's kind of where it started. You know, we started with this rough framework of what we wanted it to be, and testing continued. You know, we started getting actual messages going in, actual account system, you know, being able to save passwords, all that fun stuff. And you can see we have basic markdown support in this version. I don't have a version tag on here, but it was a long time ago. And at that time, we didn't have much interest. My internal community was really of the opinion that we should just go back in Discord and make a new Discord server. And we did make what was supposed to be temporary Discord server that really dragged out, and it kind of became a distraction. And so eventually I dropped that and deleted the community. Sorry, guys. But I had to push myself to work on Valor, and I basically told myself I'm only allowed to use Valor now. So if there's bugs, I have to deal with them and fix them myself. And that's where, now it wasn't just me, also a ton of help from Jacob, the other guy who helped program. Thank you, Jacob. You contributed a lot of time to this project. I am the majority contributor, but I'm the one who actually has the most to gain from it, so I put the most in. Now, Valor now. The idea has always been to give as much power to communities as possible. I want it to be open source forever. All the code's out there. You can do what you want to it. I think it's dumb that Discord bans people for making their own clients. I think it's dumb that Discord doesn't tell you why you were banned. I think that there's so many places where a platform can be more transparent and more open. But then people will ask the question, inevitably, why didn't you just use Revel? I mean, they've got their shit together, they work. I have nothing against the Revel team. Beautiful, beautiful app, works very well. The only thing is, I don't like a lot of the Discord layout, and a lot of the things I want to add are very specific to my experiences, like being able to add community economies, stock markets, and items, and these aren't things that I think Revel would be interested in. So I made my own project, and on my own framework as well. Unlike all the other apps which are using JavaScript and stuff as their base, Valor is actually built in C#, Blazor, a little bit of JavaScript for the things that need it, but it really is from the ground up just a completely different paradigm. And when you open the app, I mean, it doesn't take long to see where we change things up. I mean, the multi-window system was brought through, so I can go ahead and I can open 2 different communities at the same time. The powerful end message rendering, the markdown. I mean, I know Discord is adding these things, but we've had this for now years, where you can just say things really big. Full markdown support. I just pushed a feature, so let me refresh because my local client isn't up to date. Now it should be. The idea of, you know, there's so many things in Valor that I really wanted to knock out of the park. So in Valor, everything's called a planet. It's not communities, it's planets. I wanted to have some sort of theme that wasn't just kind of about itself. Discord is about Discord. Valor is space themed because space is cool, and you've got the first drafts of the Valor logo, which can actually kind of be seen throughout the codebase still. This is the first draft. It was the V. And then there was the original Victor, which I don't think I'm going to be able to easily find, but it was basically the current Victor, just a little bit more square. And Victor is our nice little bro. He's got his little bow tie. It's a dog with a bow tie. A lot of people don't recognize it as a dog. Probably means I should change it, but I've really come to like it. It looks kind of fun, playful, not as serious. It doesn't look corporate. That's really what I'm going for. There is a lot that we did differently, especially on the back end. But that's not really what you probably care about. If you do care about that, I'm going to make a series of devlogs covering how Valor works. What you do care about is things like being able to put categories inside of categories, because why can't you do that on other clients? That's really annoying. Being able to have multiple windows open at the same time is something that just... so many times when I've been moderating, I've had to go back and forth between different windows. And while some people may say, well, I never use that, that's fine. It's fine if you don't use it, because I do. And other things like that, like the economic system. So one of the first things I did, I've run a Minecraft server, NodeCraft, for over 10 years now. A lot of you are probably very familiar with NodeCraft. It's a thing a lot of us grew up with. On the channel, we've been playing together for a long time. But one of the things that I built on Discord was an integration between a bot which had an economy and stock market and our Minecraft server. It was a lot of fun, and I just wanted to take that to its extreme. So in Valor, every community actually has a currency they can make, and they can actually... in the future, they'll be able to make items as well. That's still in progress. But the big idea is that, you know, I can select my personal account. I can send 10 Valor credits, which is the currency on this current server, and I can send it to, say, Snow. And it's just that simple. You can send a receipt in chat. Boom, there's the receipt. Oh, there it is. This is where we come into the conversation of bugs. There are bugs. I'm building an entire social media platform from the ground up. There's going to be things that happen like that. But, you know, when I identify them, I fix them as quickly as possible. But other platforms don't have an economy at all. And as you can see here, we have a little receipt that shows that I sent Snow 10 Valor credits at this time. The reason when you hover over it, it does this fanciness is so that you can't just send a picture and try to scam people. There's a way to validate that it is real. Also, you can just like copy all the stuff, and you can even click on the name and get someone's profile through there. There's a lot I want to do with Valor. I mean, sure, it's really cool that we have a plugin. You can trade Valor credits on Valor, and then you can go into Minecraft and you can check your balance with a simple plugin. And being open source and having the ability to build these integrations into your own games is also excellent. Thanks, Ning, for saying you whenever I join something. But there's a much bigger picture here of just... I want to build a community platform where the communities are actually connected, and I want to build a community platform which isn't so isolating. Discord by design and a lot of other platforms are very isolating by their nature, because in order to join a community, you gotta go to discord.com, install the app, and then go into Discord and join the community, which is great for Discord because, you know, they're getting accounts. But what if I just want to have a chat on my website, and I don't want to force everyone to, you know, install an app? You can't embed Discord into a website. You just can't. It's not allowed. So one of the things that we did right off the bat was we made it so that, yeah, you can embed Valor into a website. If you want to have Valor on your own website, all you have to do is let's go ahead and do it live. All I have to do is just add an iframe. If you're a programmer, you know what an iframe is. Iframe, you just do the app.valor.gg, and then you do $embedded equals true, and you don't need the embedded equals true, but it makes the controls a lot easier to use inside of a website. And then you have Valor. I just need to make it a little bit bigger so that you can actually use it. Here we go. Here, let's do width 100%, height 100%. Great. There's Valor. I've put it into my own website. It functions just like Valor would, and you want Valor chat in your website, we're going to make it so that it'll automatically open to a specific planet if you put a certain tag in. You can click here to get the sidebar. It just works. This kind of integration ability, I think that one of the greatest losses of the modern internet is that forums and things like websites for specific clans and communities just disappeared over time. Nobody has their own website anymore because platforms like Discord force them to just isolate themselves onto Discord. They can't put the chat into their own website. They have to have it be on its own, and then nobody wants to juggle different things. But Valor changes this. You can put Valor on your website. If you have an esports team or something, you can just plop this on your website. You don't need to redirect people somewhere else. We consider it winning if you're using us on your own website. That's good. It means that we're not destroying the few original websites left. The consolidation of everything into media conglomerates like Twitter, Discord, and Reddit has been a catastrophe for original content on the web. Being able to push back against that and spread out to your own websites where you have your own styles, and everything's about branding. The Discord servers, you don't have branding. One of the things we're going to be adding is the ability to make it so that when you do this embedding, you can set your own color scheme and stuff, and even when someone joins your server or opens it, the window and stuff having custom colors for your community. I think that there's just such a push on platforms like Discord for everything to be the same gray and stuff. I mean, sure, you can get themes now years late, and if you pay, but the goal is that when you see that purple, you think Discord. It's all branding, and they don't want you to customize the client because they want it to be extremely recognizable. Again, if you can't recognize that it's Valor on someone's website, I consider that a win. That's like, I'm not trying to force the Valor branding down people's throat. That's not the intent. It's to make a tool that people can really push their community with. It's not about growing Valor. It's about building each community on it. I'm very happy with people using it however they want. I don't think there's a right way to use Valor. I don't think even the economic system and stuff, I think people will come up with creative ways to use it that I never intended. The item system, I mean, I'm gonna make it so that you can get Minecraft items and move them into Valor and back and forth. I think that'll be really cool, but people will probably just do insane things with it, and that's not my problem. We'll be super happy to see what you made. And that's why we also have an official API package, which is actually a part of Valor. See right here, valor.api. I don't know if you can see that. That may be really small on your screen, but this right here is the valor.api package. We distribute this just as a NuGet package, which means anyone can use it, and the client itself is built off of it. So whenever we push an update, the API package is automatically updated and pushed out, meaning that developers get the exact same sauce that we have immediately. Immediately. There's no waiting for someone third party to make an API package so that you can, play around with an SDK and pray that it doesn't get abandoned. No, we're using the same thing. We built this in layers where that bottom layer is accessible to everyone. Developers, do whatever you can. I mean, we have built some incredible bot functionality. Bots can actually create basically views that are interactable in chat that can use just about any HTML element. Obviously, you can't write raw HTML for security reasons, but the power is there. It's there, it's waiting to be used. There's a lot of really cool things that, are being worked on. There's a good example is the gambling game, which uses Jacob's bot here, where I can just click load end, I can choose a color, I can put a bet in, but basically the bot can update the end in real time, and you know, you can make full-fledged games with this. It's just I don't have the time to, but someone will do it eventually. I think the point I'm trying to make here, and I'll probably make more videos that try to describe Valor in a more pretty way. This is just kind of off the cuff, you know. I'm just talking to you. It's extendable. I want to slowly, with a team of open source individuals, build Valor into everything a community would want. And there's just so many things that are required. It's gonna take time. It's been 3 years we've been working on this, but I think it's at the point now where it's very usable as a chat platform. There's a lot of quality of life features. I mean, you can even use it on a phone. If it loads on a phone, it loads in a completely different way, where you can go ahead and you can actually swipe to open the menu. And we just added voice chat, which was a huge success. A ton of work went into that, but I think from this point on, it's going to be smooth sailing. We're going to just keep building it up. We need your help. We got to get the word out. We got to get people on Valor, and we have to just keep pushing ahead. It's easy to get discouraged when you build a platform and you don't see people using it, but you know what? I have seen people using it. There's a lot of people on here now, and there's a lot of potential. I think we just, as a community, have to push it ahead, push it to the future, because I think that we have a good chance of taking a little bit of a battle to the big corporations here. I really do. I think that we can beat them at their own game. I think on a $0 budget, with enough time and, you know, people working on it, maybe it'll even be profitable at some point. Right now, we do have a system for raising funds. It's just buying Valor credits, which you can then use in, you know, Minecraft server, or you can get some if you get Stargazer, which costs Valor credits a month. You get a few perks, like being able to send larger images and stuff in chat. But I really do think there's something here. You know, I built a lot of things, and I've never stuck with something for this long and put just so much time and effort into it. And I hope that you guys can see the amount of time and effort that's went in here, and you'll go check it out. You know, maybe tell your friend, hey, there's a new platform out there. It may not look like much now, but maybe in a little bit it'll get big, and be cool if we were on there since the beginning. So anyways, that was just my kind of unhinged take on the whole thing. I mean, we didn't really cover all the features in Valor, but that's not really the purpose of the video. It's more of a topographical look at the situation under which it was made, and why. Why did it? And the answer is I'm not satisfied with current social media. They're either selling your data, they don't care about you, or they just don't put any effort into their features, and they're just dragging their feet, you know? There's no innovation in the space. And if, you know, if I can do it myself on $0 and get it this far, then I think if we got to the point where we were able to crowdfund it a little bit, or just off of donations push ahead, I think we could do some good stuff. Peace out, Vooperians.